everyone. This is Dr. Sonia, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. Now we are going to see about the characteristics, structure, and the function of the forest ecosystem. In the previous video, we have seen about the forest ecosystem and the different types of forest. This comes under environment, ecosystem, and biodiversity. So now we are going to see about the characteristics of the forest ecosystem. So forest ecosystem, it's warm temperature and it has adequate rainfall that leads to the generation of a number of ponds, lakes, etc. It maintains the climate and also it has good rainfall. Because of the rainfall, it supports many wild animals and protect biodiversity. The soil, which is rich in the organic matter and the nutrients, hence support the growth of trees. So, this conversion of the organic matter into nutrients is very fast since the penetration of the light is so poor. So, the penetration of light is very poor because of the tall trees that is present in the forest, so that the sun directly does not go and reach to the bottom of the forest. So, it is easy technique for the microorganisms to decompose. Then the structure and the function of the forest ecosystem. So we have already seen about the different types of ecosystem. The function, the structure is again the abiotic and the biotic component. So we have seen about the ecosystem in general. In this particular video, we are going to see about the forest ecosystem in particular. So abiotic components, there are different types, that is physical component and the chemical component. So physical components, the climatic factor, it constitutes the physical components. It's the main constituent in physical component. Then chemical component like organic and the inorganic substances. And they found in the soil and the atmosphere. So occurrence of litter is the characteristic features of the forests. So the biotic component consists of the producer, consumers, and the decomposers. Producers, so example, trees, climbers, shrubs, etc. These constitutes the producers. What is the function? The plants, they absorb the sunlight and produce food through photosynthesis. So we have discussed this in detail in the previous videos. Next is the consumers. So the consumers can be broadly classified into primary consumers, which are called the herbivores, secondary consumers, carnivores, tertiary consumers, it's again the carnivores. So primary consumers, example, you have the ants, beetles, bugs, spiders, etc. Okay, so they just feed on the producers directly. So they are the herbivores and also called the primary consumers. Next is the function. These are herbivores depend directly on the producers for food. Secondary consumers, example, birds, lizards, frog, snakes, fox, etc. So what is the function of these secondary consumers? These are the carnivores and they feed on the primary consumers. Just remember the cycle. Next is the structure and function. In that structure and function of the forest ecosystem comes the tertiary consumers. Example, lion, tiger, etc. So what the function of this? These are secondary carnivores and they feed on the secondary consumers. Okay, so they are one is everything is dependent on each other. And next is the decomposers. Example, microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. So, what's the function? Decomposition of the dead or the decayed bodies of the organisms takes place. So, nutrients are released for the reuse. So, decomposers, it plays a very important role in this. So, these are the structure and the function of the forest ecosystem.